this video, we will give you an overview of a typical unit of an English Code student's book. Let's take a look at an example unit from Level 1. Each unit starts with an objective and a scene related to the unit topic. In the opening lesson of a unit, students use critical thinking skills to consider what they will need to know to complete the unit successfully. In Levels 1 and 2, there is a sticker activity to complete the scene on the unit opener pages. Target vocabulary is presented and in lower levels, practiced in a memorable song to which students listen, join in and add dance actions to. Directly following the unit opener, there is a vocabulary lesson that presents further key vocabulary to students. Students are encouraged to make a picture dictionary or some other graphic representation of the new words for each level of the course to create a personalised vocabulary. In English Code, grammar is taught through an inductive approach. In the first grammar lesson, Language Lab 1, students practice the main grammar point thoroughly. They watch the grammar animation or video before they're guided through practice tasks. Examples are clearly presented in grammar boxes. In English Code, students must apply their critical thinking skills to analyse new material and use their prior knowledge to discover new grammar rules. Math activities enable students to acquire and practice language skills through CLIL. Personalised communicative tasks make the practice more engaging and relevant for students. Every unit contains an engaging story, which students read and listen to at the same time. Students practice key vocabulary and grammar as they read and listen to the stories. At the end, students act out the story to improve spoken language. The stories focus on values and encourage students to reflect on actions, allowing for social and emotional learning. In the Phonics lab lessons, students at levels 1 to 3 learn new sounds by listening and practicing independently. The learning is supported by a chant and following the pronunciation video. The Code Cracker activity here practices identifying and continuing sequences. The Experiment Lab is focused on STEAM: science, technology, engineering, art and design, and math. The lesson is made up of 3 parts: presentation of the language required for the topic, contextualised practice of the necessary language, and finally, an engaging experiment where students collaborate on a practical task and draw conclusions from the results. A video in each Experiment Lab lesson helps to extend students' knowledge and understanding of the science topic. The second Language Lab lesson, Levels 1 to 3 only, expands on the topic of Grammar 1. In lower levels, animations and stories help to teach grammar in context. Examples of the target language are clearly presented in the grammar boxes, and there is plenty of contextualised practice, including fun games and activities. The communication lesson in each unit introduces functional language skills. Students are encouraged to listen carefully, as well as speak as they practice in realistic scenarios. In the higher levels, this is where the second grammar point is presented. All 4 skills are practiced in all levels of English Code, but up to level 3, there is a greater emphasis on listening and speaking. In levels 4 to 6, there are writing lab lessons, in which students cover a range of different text types to provide additional focus on writing. Each unit contains a project in which students use the skills they have gained and practiced in the unit. The idea of the project is introduced at the start of the unit. Students are expected to think about what they need for it to be successful. To complete each project, students follow 4 steps: research, plan, create, show and tell. The project ends with a collaborative task designed to practice the key language and fulfill a clear communicative purpose. At the end of this lesson, students reflect on their progress with "Now I can" statements of self-assessment. The checkpoint pages review and consolidate key language from 2 units. There are always 4 separate tasks, one for each skill: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Culture lessons after every second unit encourage students to read and listen to information about different cultures. Fun facts engage students' curiosity, while skills practice is embedded in a creative task relating to the culture they've read about. This section encourages students to develop a global citizenship mindset. Culture lessons are personalised, allowing students to apply their learning to their own environment. We've reached the end of our unit walkthrough for English Code. For more information, explore the English Code website and your digital resources.